welcome to the Mirza Clinic support group for this month with our dietitian Sheila Vo. She is going to discuss how to make your favorite holiday desserts healthier.
Yes, Brooke, there are several things on my list today. It's just holiday favorites, especially for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So the first one that I found online is sugar-free and fat-free eggnog. So on this recipe, they actually are calling for vanilla pudding mix and skim milk and vanilla extract, sugar substitute, and fat-free evaporated milk. And this recipe is actually good because not only that it is a dessert item, it also gives you extra protein in the dessert as well. So it's gonna be a good one for you to have during this holiday season. Instead of whole egg, you can substitute for egg whites. Instead of whole milk, you can also do skim milk instead of that one.
Awesome. Okay, and what if the recipe calls for alcohol?
Yes, I have done my research on this one, and it is true that some eggnog does contain alcohol. So for this reason, I will focus on either bourbon or dark rum. It's about 100 calories in 1.5 ounces of it, so it's not very much, even if you do put that in there. The second recipes that I found online that you can search for is the low carb gingerbread cookies. That way they are not going to give you too much on the carbohydrates, because you want to minimize the carb intake every time. This one for the sweetener, it calls for erythritol, and that is a sweetening agent that you can find, and it's like a sugar alcohol, so it's very low, almost nothing on the calories. And then the next recipes that I found also is called Easy Keto Apple Tart. So this is a substitute for like an apple pie or any kind of apple crisp based sweetener. And they are also called for erythritol sweetener, and with ground cinnamon and things like that. The only thing to really pay attention to is when the recipe calls for a lot of sugar or oils in the recipe. So instead of the sugar, you can use the erythritol or xylitol. It depends on which kind you prefer. And if they call for oils in recipe, you can definitely cut it in half. I think that will be a good one for your baking products. And there are some other substitute lists that I want to go over. Instead of regular soy milk, you need to switch to unsweetened either soy milk or almond milk. Instead of regular yogurt, you get the fat-free yogurt, cottage cheese, the fat-free cottage cheese, and same thing with all kind of cheese. If you can get the lower the fat, the better it is. Canned fruit, you can pick canned fruit without syrup or the ones in water, and then of course you're gonna drain all those sugar water or just the light water. Instead of margarine sticks, I can't believe it's not butter spray. It's a good substitute. Butter buds, Banacol Light, Fat-Free Promise, Smart Balance, Steak Control, and light butter. Instead of lard, fat back, bacon grease, or Crisco vegetables shortening, or anything that's called for hydrogenated fats, you can do half of what the recipe calls, or use spray cooking oils instead. And that's all that I have for this holiday season this year. I hope everyone have a wonderful time during this holiday season.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing all these wonderful tips with us, Sheila.
You're welcome.